Hi everybody, this is Tyler from Sure to Shame, bringing you your breakdown for UFC 222 Cyborg versus Kunitskaya. Just to start, I want to say that this is a really good card. I'm going to firmly disagree with Brennan Schaub on this one over on his Big Brown Breakdown where he said this should have been a fight night. I think this is a very strong card, uh, made better by the fact that my boy Max Holloway pulled out because it shuffled everything around and made Frankie versus Ortega a co-main, which is a strong co-main event where Arlovsky versus Struve was going to kind of be because it's a great showcase fight, Andre Arlovsky versus Struve, but I didn't think it would be a good in the co-main slot. Or Edgar versus Ortega is a great co-main event. While we also get a nice little Gaga Cyborg show. I'm going to run through the prelims. Not going to give much explanation on these. I think I'm just going to start doing this for these. Or I might stop doing these breakdowns at all because nobody's watching them. All right, so we got Jordan on starting from the bottom up. We got Jordan Johnson versus Adam Milstead. Going to go Johnson. Brian Caraway versus Cody Stamann. Brian Caraway. Mike Pyle in his retirement fight against Zach Auto. I'm going to go Zach Auto because I don't know how often do you get to see these guys riding off into the sunset on a high note. CB Dalloway versus Hector Lombard. Lombard, I think his wrestling's going to win him this one. John Dodson versus Pedro Munoz. Dodson. Dariush versus Hernandez. I think this is Dariush's redemption fight to get him back in the win column, so I'm going to go Benny Dariush. Ashley Yoder versus Mackenzie Dern. I think Ashley Yoder plays spoiler in this one, and we don't get the star that we desperately need in Mackenzie Dern. On to the main card. We have Kat Zingano versus Ketlin Vieira. Vieira, going into this one, she's been much more active than Zingano. I don't think Zingano's fought since... Hasn't really been since Ronda Rousey? Or has there been somebody between that? I feel like there's been somebody between that. It can't. There has to have been somebody. I should have researched that. I didn't. Ketlin Vieira... she is coming off a great win off of Sarah McMahon, who is known for her wrestling. So is Kat Zingano. I think that the style matchup is pretty similar. So I'm going to go with Ketlin Vieira in that one by decision because almost all fights go to decision. Andre Arlovsky versus Stefan Struve. This is an interesting one. It could go either way because it's heavyweights. Heavyweights can always go either way. So I'm going to say that because of Struve's reach, Arlovsky is going to try and get on the inside and play boring Arlovsky, where he pushes you against the fence, wins some rounds with some inside combos, and doesn't try to put you away. But the problem with that is that Struve, if you try and grapple with him on the feet, he's going to work for that Muay Thai clinch, and you're going to be in a world of danger. So I think Arlovsky is going to get hit with a very bad knee inside the clinch, and he's going to go down. First round knockout. That brings us to a nice little fun fight that's really defies expectation as to why it's on the main card. When you have fights like Dariush, Yoder, Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern's making her debut, but I feel like she should have been on the main card. Dawson, Dalloway, Caraway, Pyle, all those guys could have been on the main card, but here's this fight. Sean O'Malley versus Andre Sukumthath. I'm going to tell you why. Sean O'Malley is one of the top prospects coming off of Dana White's Contender Series. Favoritism. Yeah, Dana White's capable of that. Dana White is capable of favoritism. Mind blown. So that is going to impact my decision on who takes this one because I think this might be a custom-picked matchup to make Sean O'Malley look good because he's tall for the division. He's got a long reach. He's got a good head movement, and he's a counter striker. He has a good swagger about him. He's very cocky, which I do not like. As soon as he starts getting some more dangerous opponents, he's going to get some work done on him. Sukumtath, he's coming off a good knockout victory, but the problem is he's always moving backwards. Sean O'Malley will keep the jab fake going, the pump fake, and Sukumtath is going to keep moving away from him. He's not going to want to be in that striking range. But the problem is, Sukumtath's striking range, or O'Malley's striking range, is better than Sukumtath's. Sukumtath is not going to be prepared for those spinning back kicks, the weird back fist, the persistent jab. And I think he's going to see some rounds go by before he realizes that he's in trouble. And then possibly O'Malley might hunt for a finish in the third. But I'm going to say this goes to decision, and Sukumtath, or why do I keep going towards Sukumtath? Because I figured out how to pronounce that name. Sean O'Malley might get the third round victory, but I think he's going to get decision. Pretty one-sided, and he's going to look like a star doing it. A new Nate Diaz kind of style. After that, we got our co-main, Frankie Edgar versus Brian Ortega. Thankfully, not for an interim belt. We've seen it time and time again. Frankie goes against a non-title contender, a guy who's on the way up, and gets pushed down. Guy who's exposed, really, like Yair Rodriguez, Jeremy Stevens, Cub Swanson. All these guys had to put in a lot of work to kind of build themselves back up after running up against Frankie. The only guy who's ever looked good against Frankie Edgar is Jose Aldo. Not Benson Henderson, not Gray Maynard. The only guy who's looked good against Frankie Edgar is Jose Aldo. Brian Ortega does have the skills to possibly pull one out. He's pretty good on his feet. He might be able to overwhelm Frankie. Might be able to land some lucky shots, but you need to take a hammer into the octagon to get a knockout out of Frankie, and you might just break your hammer. On the ground, he might be able to land a good triangle, T-City, against him, like a lot of people might be predicting. But Frankie is smart. He's a great game planner. He will know that's coming. He will drill every triangle defense known to man, and a couple that Mark Henry is going to invent. He's going to drill the hell out of him. And if Ortega tries it, he's going to run into some trouble. Frankie is going to put some work, get him down, put some work on him from side control, and it's going to be a long night for Ortega. Cyborg versus Yana Kunitskaya. Cyborg wins by actually being a featherweight, is what I'm going to say. Kunitskaya is tough and durable, a decent grappler and striker, but Cyborg is going to Cyborg. We are dealing with a different Cyborg here who is not overwhelming girls in the first round and destroying them and dispatching them with the first round. She's more disciplined. She has cleaner technique, but less power, it seems. Maybe it's drug testing. I don't know. But I think that Cyborg is going to pull away early, and because after seeing how much she dominated Holly Holm on the feet, I think it's going to be 10-8 rounds across the board. I kind of feeling like she won't be able to put Kunitskaya away. I don't know. Just a weird idea I have. Can't shake it. So I'm going to say Cyborg by decision. And it's not going to be pretty. This is Tyler from Shirt Shame. Let me know if I need to keep doing these. I am not getting any response. I'm starting to think I should just skip it and just enjoy the fights as they are. Otherwise, who knows? Hey, I'm Tyler from Shirt Shame, signing off.